Okay, let's see. Audio working, connection stable. That's good. Welcome. My name is Ike. This is Switzerland.playit with TAGN, the Angry Game News every day, 10 a.m. here 10 a.m. Eastern, that is, here on this channel. I'm on Rumble, I'm on YouTube, I am on Kick and Twitch. But everybody knows I'm only on Rumble, really. Ahoy, Evereden, ahoy, Godzilla, ahoy, Mighty Megatron. That's rarely happening. Mighty Megatron, the most gayest Autobot there. No, Deceptibot on Rumble. How you guys doing? Remember when I said I'd kill you? Last, I lied. Not sure what you are referring there with, Godzilla. Luckily your stream works, others aren't so lucky today. Is Rumble having troubles? I mean, prior to my streams, I'm not watching a lot of Rumble. I'm preparing for the news. Unfortunately, I read a lot today, but all boring announcements, pretty much. So not a lot of news today. I try to focus on the Xbox Tokyo Game Show showcase there. They delivered a 1-hour video with all kinds of trailers. I mean, we're just going to watch together some trailers there and hopefully share some thoughts, what we think about those games together. And we're going to talk a little bit about this guy here. You see on the front, on my thumbnail, on my preview picture. I forgot his name. Hamaguchi, I think it was his name. Hamaguchi from Square Enix. He is the director for the remakes of Final Fantasy VII games, the trilogy. He was only co-director in the first remake, in the first part, but is director in second and third one. Ahoy, Arch My Junk. Ahoy, Haste. From Commando in Arnold voice, of course. I don't even remember the lines. I think I never saw the movie in English, so yeah. Grab my hand! To the chopper! Something like that, I don't fucking know. Because screw your freedoms. Oh yeah, that's when he dropped a dude off the cliff. I should rewatch the movie. I should rewatch indeed. How you guys doing? You haven't told me how you're doing. Yeah, it's gonna be a little bit shorter show probably, but whatever. How we just start, huh? A little announcement that I think it's just interesting, and now I think I'm gonna play this one. I didn't like the original. It was just too janky, even for that time when it was published, released. Now it might be less janky and more pleasing to the eye, but still like keeping it to the original. Deus Ex Remastered announced for PS5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC. Aspyr has announced Deus Ex Remastered for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Switch, and PC. It will launch on February 5th, 2026 for $30 US. Pre-orders are available now. And I think it's just... we just watch the trailer together. I think that's the best way to check out.
You Max might have copper,
and you can tell me
pain, but I've got nerves of steel.
If you like it.
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon there will be more.
So it just got visually upgraded in the sense of some textures, better textures,
crowned its kings,
more polygons. But other than that, the visual art style absolutely remains the same.
Gods.
What do you think about this? We can also watch just check out just the still pictures here. And love. So on the left you have like the original, on the right the remaster, and I think that's how remasters really should be done. I think they're gonna have some good sales there because it's a beloved franchise overall, and I think that's the right way to do it. Yeah, less blocky and all that. Like I said, more polygons for sure. The style reminds me a lot of Doom 3, like just visually, like the texture reflects the lights and all that. Doom 3, and if you ever played Riddick, on the Xbox. Has kind of like the same visual appearance here, I think. There's another one, like full body. Looks perfectly fine to me. It invokes interest in me. And I hope gonna remain like gameplay-wise the same for nostalgia reasons. But refined, so it's not gonna be too janky. And peak Arnold. I'll be better when I fix my well pit in a little while. You need a new tank, you said, right? Deus Ex is the best game ever made. Ever made? Are you fucking insane? Have you some kind of brain damage, Haste? I don't think it's the best game. But like I said, it's a very beloved franchise, so... Make some more money with an old game, just remaster it. I hope you're gonna not mess it up. And include something new, DEI-wise. That would fuck it up. You never know with those people. Also, that's where the picture people used on GateTube years ago came from. What was the purpose of those thumbnails? What do you mean exactly? UrhG is awesome. It was awesome, and I wish they would remaster that one. Thankfully, not a reboot. Then we would get Deus Ex. The best game ever made is Pong. No, are you insane? Like, what else are we contending as best game ever? FF7 doesn't count. Why would that not count? And we have today a little bit more time to talk with each other in the chat. Why would FF7 not count? FF7 is the best game ever made. Still. I mean, it's got not aged super well if you would play the original, the PS1 original. But still, it's the best. You have a lot of mods like quality of life improvement, like just loading times, for example, and doing like the swirl when it goes into battle, just skip that fast and all those things. Clearly, Pocket Pool is the best game. Pocket Pool, I don't know, so I can't compare it to that, to be honest. Snake on my old Nokia phone is the best. Oh, I mean, Snake was super popular, yes. And my Nokia 3210. Ah, those good old days, huh? Yeah, but the original versus original. Yeah, but if you would compare original versus original, the original FF7 is like eating fucking Deus Ex for breakfast and spitting it out because it tastes like shit. It's like a duplex blocks and Deus Ex is a Lego technique. I mean, I have no feelings about FF7 really, so I don't care for those comparisons. It's a good one though. Making it duplex. But I still think FF7 is way better than Deus Ex. Norm is like FF7. Wow, said the guy with the body pillow. Holy shit. I mean, yes, that is very not normal, having body pillows. So I guess I can agree with you there. Have you heard of this show, though? The Savant. 3 days before its premiere, Apple TV Plus delays the release of Jessica Chastain's new political thriller series indefinitely after careful consideration. I saw the trailer. I think I actually saw it the first time on Friday Night Tights, and holy crap, it was even bad then. And it's not gonna get better at all. Jessica Chastain's new thriller series, The Savant, has been pulled from Apple TV Plus release schedule just 3 days before it was set to premiere. Those who were planning on tuning in needn't. I never saw that. like shortening. It's a very stupid shortening, but whatever. English, you know, it's not my first language. So.
English, motherfucker, do you speak it?
I try, Samuel, I try. Needn't to worry too much though, as the streamer has assured subscribers that it will air at some point. After careful consideration, we have made the decision to postpone the Savant, a spokesperson said in a statement on September 23rd. While they elected not to elaborate on the specific reason behind the delay, it is widely reported to be a consequence of the current political unrest in the US. We appreciate your understanding and look forward to release the series at a future date. The show, which sees Chastain's play elite investigator Jodie Goodwin, was originally scheduled to drop on September 26. It is now listed as coming soon. Yeah, tomorrow actually. Tomorrow, and now it's not going to happen. Oh, what a shame. What a shame. We're not done with this article though. Would bang, she's hot. She is not aging too well. She gets way more skinnier. Nothing against like skinny woman in that sense, but she's like not nicely aging in my opinion. Yeah, Mighty Maker Normies liking FF7 is exactly why it is being remade. Remake, not remade. That's the difference. Remakes are different. It's just a great story, great characters, great music, great enemies, great fights, nice plot twists. She's had her 15 minutes. I mean, she's a pretty famous actress in Hollywood, kind of. The last movie I think I saw with her was Ava, where she was a contract killer, special agent, whatever. She was okay in that, as far as I remember. I guess, although it's hard to picture normies liking anything RPG like FF, but I guess since FF7 people got brought into the series, I stopped playing FF at 7. I had Tactics, which gonna have its remaster there. I will just, or what was it called? I don't know. I don't like the tactic. Didn't like it. Talk about mistake when I traded it at the time. Her cutoff in Hollywood was 8 years ago. Okay. Seems like Ouch My Junk is following her career. She is so small I wouldn't split her in half. I would split her in half. Godzilla tries to convince us he has big dick energy right there. Literally. I mean, if he's a Godzilla, a building tall beast, yes, you would split everybody in half. Yeah, I wouldn't buy Remake 7. Imagine chopping up a great game and micro-selling it. I'm good. I still can play the original as a turn-based, not that action BS. I mean, I played the remake on PS4, and it was perfectly fine. I wouldn't buy it again, let's put it that way. I sold my PS4 with all the games I had with it. It was fine, it's okay, and I didn't need to buy anything microtransaction-wise, and I don't remember that it had any microtransaction of that sort. So I couldn't care less. Plus, she did that photo up with what? I don't remember anything of that. I never liked FF Tactics either. Godzilla and me are buddies. OMG is a secret Jessica Chastain fan. It doesn't sound like he is. It sounds like he was. I was super excited for the remake, thinking it would be a complete game like the original, and expected super updated graphics. Once I found out it was just Midgar, I bailed. Yeah, that pissed me off and still pisses me off. And there was no need really to split it up like that. Content-wise, you should just have taken maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4 more years to complete the whole game as a remake. Just one line. But it's money involved in it, and they make money with it. And I mean, I'm glad that people see this, like the base story still happening in today's time. But yes. Oh, Zelensky, yeah. A few Hollywood faggots went to Zelensky. What was the actor name who gave Zelensky his? Was it his Emmy or is actually his Oscar? I'm not good with names. You know that, right? You know that. But yes, there are a lot of faggots in Hollywood. So what do you expect? Was a gay dancer? If you refer to that video where he was having this glitter costume, that's unfortunately fake. But what's not fake is where he played the piano with his dick. So think about that. Think about that more. That's way more. Jean-Pen. Jean-Pen, exactly. Thank you. Ouch. Jessica Chastain's new thriller series, The Savant, has been pulled from Apple TV Plus. Wait, I just scrolled up. It is loosely inspired by a true story highlighted in a 2019 article from Cosmopolitan. Because Cosmopolitan is like high-end research, like political stuff, right? Cosmopolitan. And not like gossip politics for women. Which centers on Jodie as she tracks angry man online. In quotation mark. Angry man online. You forgot angry, probably white, right-wing extremist man online. That's what you really wanted to say, right? In the Cosmopolitan there. In an attempt to prevent large-scale public attacks, James Badge Dale, 1923, Cole Doman, Dagmar Domenskis, Succession, Pablo Schreiber, Halo. Yeah, great, great reference there. I think Pablo Schreiber doesn't want to be connected anymore with Halo, to be honest. I think he tries to forget that because not a good success. Not a success at all, I mean. And former professional football player Madi Ozamuga. I butchered probably his name, but who cares? Round out the support cast. Shortly after the announcement, Chastain took to social media to say that while she values her partnership with Apple, she is not aligned with the decision to postpone the show, and that honoring the courage of the heroes who work every day to stop violence before it happens is more urgent than ever. Read her post in an entirety above. Yeah, and the links down below of every article if you want to read her post. Go into this article and read it. It would have been better, in my opinion, just release it and just see how people react, because now people are going to avoid it even more, I think. I'm not sure if that might be true, but especially after you see in the trailer, like, she's looking out for those right-wing extremists only. And not for those in black-coated, masked Antifa, probably Antifa, because, again, the government doesn't like you. The government is not your friend. They are going to false flag everything they want to just to piss people off, to put more laws into place, and to profile your digital footprint in the internet. And that's pretty much the story here. Like some minority report crap, like, before it happens, she's so smart, she's a savant, she knows what people are about. She just needs to read 2-3 lines, and then she goes on the heels of those right-wing white man extremist bitches and takes them. Some bullshit like that. So yeah, I don't know if postponing that show will help you anyhow. You should have just released it tomorrow and just see what happens and how people react. Because now everybody sees that news of postponing it, why you postponed it, and then they see like man because of angry man in America and shit like that. And everybody knows what that means, and you're gonna have probably a bigger shit show later on when you release it, really. People forget easily. Like in a week, people all forget about this crap. But when you're gonna release it, when it's there to watch it, people are gonna be reminded instantly again. And you're gonna have a lot of content creator just shitting all over your show here. But whatever. Oi, Bimo! He was dancing in high heels. How do you vote in someone like that as your president? I saw only one dancing video by Zelensky where he was in this gay dress with the glittering stuff, and that's just fake. Just accept it. It's unfortunately fake. Why you need to go to fakes if you have like real stuff? Like dick piano playing Zelensky. You don't need more stuff, really. Yeah, exactly, Eden. This video I'm talking about was from like 2017, so I wouldn't be AI yet. Oh, are you kidding me, Godzilla? No, AI is way older. I mean, we have, I guess, time. Is it on YouTube? Maybe. Let's find out. Let's find out. Zelensky dance. Just dance. If you meant this one, this is fake. This one, I think, too. Yeah, this one was for sure fake. At least that's what I saw all over the places. And you kind of see, like, around the face, the artifacts, and the face doesn't move in fast tracking motion. It might be real in this one. Oh, yeah, it might be real in this one. But enough of that. Mighty Megatron can get only so hard. We don't want him to explode. And yes, it's very, very fucking gay for sure. But I guess you all meant that one. I don't remember seeing that exactly. Maybe. I'm not sure. And yes, it's I think that is less like shocking in the sense like than the piano playing dick move there. I think you having a president who plays his piano with his dick is a little bit more outrageous, a little bit more what the fuck than him in high heels. And remember, he is an actor still. I don't think he was put in that position legally in any way. He is an actor, and he played in a show, in a Ukrainian show, a comedian. He considers himself still a comedian who went through his career becoming a president of his nation in the show itself. And lo and behold, it happened in real time too, in real life. And now he's president. All kinds of bullshit is happening in Ukraine. The US probably had its fingers in this pie and messing it up. Well, not that, but the black and white ones, yes. Thought it was really him. That one is real. Damn caps. Yes, the one is real, a black and white with. Now we know, I guess. I get hard when your mom enters the room. She's very old, though. If you like grannies, fine. Mighty Megatron, fine. It's up to you, man. He also plays the flute by shoving it up his arse. I don't want to vision that at all. Of course, he is an actor. It's went the theater. The thought he is a strong man is very funny. He had help from the DNC side. And Trump. Don't forget your beloved Trump, mighty Megatron. Trump visited him very often, and Zelensky visited Trump very often. And they are friends. They are fucking friends. And even in the Trump administrations, the first one and this one, Ukraine still gets a lot of money from the US. Your taxpayer money goes still to Ukraine. Billions and billions and more billions of US dollars. But whatever. Are you looking forward to this show, though? Probably not. A little development in this case. Yesterday I talked about it, and nobody was sure if the Pokemon company is going to do anything about it. And I said, like, I wouldn't count on it. I wouldn't discount, not count on it that they will not do anything and all that. And today, pretty much today, was in the middle of the night, kind of in the US. They had a statement now for us. The Pokemon company confirms that no, its imagery was not granted for use in distributing US Department of Homeland Security video. The Pokemon company has responded to a disturbing video from the US Department of Homeland Security posted on social media that used imagery and music from the Pokemon anime to promote the US Immigration and Custom Enforcement, ICE. As Eurogamer reported yesterday, the video shared with the caption "Got to Catch 'em All" included footage of people being arrested alongside protagonist Ash Ketchum, as well as Pokemon card-style graphics of criminals. The Pokemon company has shared the following statement with the Eurogamer in the response. We are aware of a recent video posted by the Department of Homeland Security that includes imagery and language associated with our brand. Our company was not involved in the creation or distribution of this content, and permission was not granted for the use of our intellectual property. The video was responded to with calls for Nintendo to sue for copyright infringement. However, the company is yet to respond to Eurogamer's request for comment regarding what action it plans to take in response to the unlicensed use of its property. So they might still do something, I'm not sure. And everybody who thought like they will instantly sue, you're just morons out there. I'm just telling you right away in your face how it is. Stuff like that takes a little bit of time, especially when it's like against a bigger government entity or part of the government, a whole department there, you know. It takes time to phrase it very delicately, like very, very, very nicely, very, very precise. You need to phrase such a case if you want to sue very, very carefully. So maybe it's going to happen, maybe not, who knows, but everybody who thought nothing will happen because like yesterday the guy, ex-copyright or whatever he was from the Pokemon company guy, go watch the show or links in the yesterday shows. He said like he wouldn't touch it. He wouldn't touch it. The legal department guy, he wouldn't touch it. I mean, there is a case. There is for sure a case. The question is it worth? Are you going to get any money? Because you're going to piss off like taxpayers too. Like, oh, now taxpayers have to pay for this case and all that. It's all a little bit more complex here, the whole thing. So it might be not worth for Nintendo and the Pokemon company at all, really, to protect its IP. And it would be a long case because it will go through all kinds of courts, and who knows how long it would take and how much money is involved in this case. Yeah, but there is a case. There's like a legal case there, but is it worth for the Pokemon company? Ass Ketchum. I'm not liking it. Gotta catch them all. Afuera. Disturbing. Lol. I mean, it's kind of disturbing. Like I said yesterday, I don't I don't want to see police force just roaming around and just say like you are in custody, you are fucking in handcuffs without really any legal basis like a warrant. You can't defend yourself. That's this disturbing part for me, at least. But he means for other reasons disturbing. Ed Nightingale is very, very gay as usual. Speaking a little bit about AI here for a second. Embracer boss says players don't want AI to make generic soulless side quests. That's a good saying there, but how long is this gonna take till AI can make like a little bit soul into our games? Who knows? Embracer Group CEO Phil Rogers has commented on AI in gaming, saying it is the most powerful technology tool of our generation and one that company wants to deploy strategically. During an investor meeting recently reported on by GameFile, Rogers said players aren't longing for generic soulless side quests or synthetic AI voices. He's very bullish on AI technologies and how they may be able to help developers with things like driving efficiency and ultimately delivering the high-quality, memorable games our players demand. Hopefully he really thinks that too, you know. And yes, we usually don't like this AI-generated stuff in high-quality products, in products we really pay. If we have like zero emotional attachment to the story, to the character, if it looks a little bit uncanny valley stuff like that, we as a human being try to stay away actually from that. I use AI just if it's necessary for my thumbnails, for example, or just for parody stuff, for funny shit. I'm not using it for my creativity enhancement, because yeah, you shouldn't use it for your games in that sense, only to enhance your already existing abilities, you know. Rogers went on to say he is aware of the concern from players and developers alike about AI, but in his belief, a greater risk is using AI without a strong ethical framework. And he refers with ethical here, like all those bigger corporations, by the way, copyright. It's all about copyright. Like, we don't want to infringe other bigger corporations' copyright, and we want like to establish this ethical thought, this ethical mentality in people, not to use our stuff for their AI creations. Artists, actors, writers need protection from plagiarism. Our developers will always have the final creative control and authorship. Transparency is mandatory. We are committed to being transparent with players about how, where we use AI in our dev process. Yeah, I mean, that's a good saying. If you can stick to your pledge, to your promise, in quotation mark, I'm okay with it. Let's put it this way. Rogers said Embracer is establishing strict governance around the generative AI, including controls, audit logs, and workflow approvals. Kingdom Come, the director Daniel Vavra previously spoke positively about his hope that an AI revolution will help his studio make games faster and more efficiently. But again, does it look better? Is it feeling better? Does it play better and all that? Just efficiently and faster, that's not always the right way to go. Not everyone is so enthusiastic about the role of AI in gaming going forward, as enigmatic game developer Yoko Taro recently said, AI will make all game creators unemployed. That's quite black-pilled there, but he might be right. We're gonna see in 5-10 years, who knows. It remains to be seen how companies adopting AI systems might impact employment. Larian Studios' Sven Winke has embraced AI to automate tedious tasks no one wants to do. True, but do you need AI for that, or do you need like just good automation tools? like converting a lot of files or making the system porting to a different system, just like structure-wise, how the data will be read and all that stuff. Do you need AI really for those tedious tasks? Again, we're gonna have to wait. Get the monster and hide and capture it. Side note here. Last Epoch coming to PS5 alongside Orbis expansion. 11th Hour Games will release action RPG Last Epoch for PlayStation 5 alongside the game's Orbis expansion. The developer announced. A release date was not announced. I took this because Last Epoch gameplay-wise is an amazing game, actually. I just absolutely hate how it is so convoluted with the time-traveling stuff. At one point, it just got a little bit too much for me, and I just stopped playing it. But if you like action RPG games and don't want to play, for example, Path of Exile, or can't wait for a Titan Quest, or hate Diablo 3 and 4, I think that's a good alternative here. If you have never played Last Epoch and you don't mind time traveling stuff, that's the game for you if you like action RPGs. It's going to come on PlayStation 5. When? We don't know, but alongside the Orbis expansion here, maybe have an eye on Steam. When the expansion has a release date, you know when it's going to be the whole game released on PS5. I just can recommend it if you don't mind time traveling too much. This action RPG is for you. Let me check just what happened. Just had to check Discord. I can answer to that later. Now, main story of today, because we have not a lot, unfortunately, but it is what it is, right? Let's talk about this. Final Fantasy VII Remake director. Players should accept Switch 2 game key cards because the issue is speed, not cost. Another excuse, but it kind of confirms my thoughts and my sayings. I talked about this over and over again. Storage space and cards prices are not driving anything like to the game key card. Is it speed though too? Who knows? I think he has other stuff in mind why he prefers downloads. Yeah, on the Switch 2, you have game key cards. You have pretty much like 3 methods, kind of, on the Switch 2. If you never heard of that, mighty Gayatron. You can just buy and download the game online in the Nintendo eShop. You can get one of those game key cards, which is no data on it. It's just a key on it, an encrypted key. And you can plug it in every PS2. You also can sell it. So everybody who has this key card can download the game. So it's not like connected to an account. You can download the game on every console, but you have to plug it in your Switch 2. And you have a game card itself, like with the data on the card. And the most famous is Cyberpunk 2077. So you have those 3 methods. And actually, people would like to have the game card with the data on it, but supposedly that's an issue because it's too slow on the Switch 2 for every game. A robbery of yeah, I mean, it's just preparing people to the next generation. You're gonna own jack shit. Even the game key card will vanish in the Nintendo's next console, I'm pretty sure. If they make a new one, who knows? Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate is releasing on Nintendo Switch 2 on January 2026. But some fans were disappointed to see that the physical version of the game will be a game key card. Game key cards are cartridges that still require the game to be downloaded from the Switch online store before the game can be played. The cartridge doesn't contain the game data. Rather, it's simply a key that enables the download. While game key cards have benefits over the code in a box releases in that they can be traded and codes expire much quicker, some players are still concerned that if a Nintendo download server is turned off in the distant future, the games will become unplayable. Yes, if you have a Nintendo Entertainment System, a NES, and you have the game still, and you took a little bit care, just like physically, you can plug in that cartridge and still fucking enjoy the game, even today, even about 40 years later. It's crazy, right? And I don't think like Nintendo is gonna keep the servers up the next 40 years from the release on. I'm pretty sure they're not gonna waste too much money on the maintenance there. In an interview with JP Games, Naoki Hamaguchi, who co-directed Final Fantasy VII Remake, directed Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and is directing as yet untitled final game in the remake trilogy, was asked about the decision to release Final Fantasy VII Remake Integrate on a game key card, and whether he was aware of player criticism of the format. Hello, UrhG. Pong Solve is I think Mighty Megatron is with you there. Best game according to Mighty Megatron is also Pong. But then again, Mighty Megatron is a bitch. So don't take him too serious. I'm good with my FF7 on PS1. I have FF7, actually, you don't see it really, but it's up there on the shelf. One of the few games I still own. On physical media, I pretty much gave all away. But that's the PC version, not the PlayStation one. But it's pretty much the same game, so it's the old first generation PC stuff. And you can get the original kind of still on Steam actually for PC. Hamaguchi replied that he was aware of the concern, but explained that while some players believe game key cards are used by publishers to save money on cheaper cards or get more than 64 gigabyte of storage, the main reason they're used is due to the speed limitation of having the full game on cartridge. I think personally that's a lie too. Like I always said today, the prices are not the reason why games are not going to be published on this. It's just easier for the publisher just to give you like nothing and just put the stuff on the Nintendo server and you can download it. So it's just production-wise easier thing to do. And feels like they are a little bit lazy why they are not doing it on the card. I have heard the reaction that the various Nintendo gamers have towards the game key card, he said via the interpreter. I understand where they're coming from, definitely. I can see the things that they are maybe annoyed with, maybe why they don't like it, and I get that, I really do. But certainly among developers, the discussion about the game key card format is perhaps a bit different to what the fans maybe expect. It's always, I think, looked at it in terms of the memory restrictions, and that it is an issue. That's not something we can ignore. The fact that the standard cartridge has smaller memory, and we have to work around that. Do I have the remake on Steam? I don't think I bought it ever on Steam. I know, no. But I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be above 64 gigabyte, and you can compress certain stuff to make it smaller. So the size, I think it's not a real an issue here either. He takes it as an issue, but that's not really an issue. I'm pretty sure about that. It's about speed, and he's gonna get a little bit deeper right now. OGF even has plenty of replay value. Hard to say, because when you are like me or Godzilla, we talked about it yesterday again, I pretty much maxed all the materia in it, and I did pretty much all the side stories. I did pretty much everything you can do, got all the Ultima weapons, killed all the Ultima weapon monsters. So when you do all that, there's not much you can still do. The only thing you can do and just like enlarge your wealth is go to the casino and make more money. But even that is like, yeah, maybe break your own record in the snowboarding or in the bike race. So yeah, it's a little bit. If you did pretty much everything, the only materia I didn't max out was the yellow one, where you can steal skills and spells and such stuff. And I think you can steal up to 40 to fill it up completely. That's the only thing I never bothered to complete. But yeah, hard to say if you have real replayability there. On PlayStation and Xbox, the disc have to install to the console before they are playable. Why can't the Switch card do this? Yeah, I was coming to that. Good question. All right, Dragon. Rather, I have a game key card than full digital. But that's the thing. It's gonna be full digital. It's like the only value you have with the game key card is literally you can just sell that thing. But that means just because you downloaded it prior doesn't mean you can still play it, because the card has still to be in the console. Hamaguchi continues here, but I think perhaps the biggest issue for developers, certainly for people like us who make high-end HD games, is the loading speed, because you compare that to the solid-state drive and the speed you can get from loading from that. It's going to be inferior to that. It just has to be. That's the way the media works physically. Yeah, sure. So that's the bigger issue, really, in terms of making games, making high-end games for the Switch 2. And what it allows, obviously, by doing a semi-download version of the game, you can then use the SSD and rely on that for that smoother loading. So that's perhaps the bigger issue in terms of developer. Hamaguchi stressed Hamaguchi. Twice here, the article writer made the typo, by the way. I don't know why I see that shit, but that's how my brain works. Hamaguchi stressed that because the Switch 2's internal storage loads data faster than cartridges, high-end games are likely to continue to be released on game keycards going forwards. And he hopes players will eventually understand the main reason for this is performance-based rather than cost-based. This is just my personal thoughts about this, but I'd kind of like, if possible, maybe Nintendo fans to understand the game keycards and maybe come to accept them as part of the culture of gaming on Switch, because it allows more opportunities. B fucking S. And there where we come around on your question, Haste. Firstly, I tried to find out how fast the cartridge would actually be, and it's like not the card itself is limited on this range there. It's 400 megabyte per second. It can be read from the card, and that's actually plenty of data. I think a game like Final Fantasy VII Remake, you still would be able just to reload it fast enough in certain sections, because it's not like this open world thing, Final Fantasy VII Remake. It is like encapsulated in like levels, areas, smaller areas. So you shouldn't have like big troubles to make it happen loading. But so it's a limitation on the bus speed on the console itself, as far as I could find out. And yes, if that still would be like the problem, what prevents you really just to put in the cartridge with all the data and loading the data from the cartridge on the console at this point. Meaning, if you are not online connected at this moment, if you have no connection to the servers of Nintendo, you still would be able to like install the game in that sense and just play it, right? But you are telling us bullshit about opportunities right now here, because you're taking an opportunity for players away and not having more opportunities. So you're just bullshitting people here, and that's not a good sign in my opinion. Like especially telling players like, yeah, just accept it. It is just your culture now. I told you it's your culture now. Just accept it. That's a lot of BS, man. Few more years, you'll be able to plug your USB finger in and play your hard content. Who knows how long that's gonna take? Little Jack. Nintendo is probably 15 years behind in their back-end tech. Not really, no, because they have actually an SD Express slot for storage extension on the Switch 2. And SD Express is, I don't know any other device that has this new standard of cartridges to be read, actually. And SD Express is just limited by the controller and the chip, the storage chip on the card. So they're not really behind. Not really in that regard. Cheddar Steve in the chat. Ike is into that back-end tech. You know it, you know something I don't know, I guess. It's an option. It's not that everyone has to use it, but it's another option to deliver the games to fans. And I think we could lose out on opportunities. There may be people. If we didn't have that option, who wouldn't get to play the game? So from the developer's perspective, it allows us to bring more high-end experiences to Switch players. And I think that's a good thing. Maybe something got lost in the translation, because it was from Japanese to German, and now from German to English here. Maybe something got lost in the translation here, but overall, like the tone here tells me like he is just trying to bullshit like the players. By taking away an opportunity from players, it's more opportunities for the developers. I think that's what he tries to convey here. And that sounds a lot like, fuck you guys, I got you by the balls, you're gonna accept this bullshit in the near future, you're not gonna have more games with the data on the cards, but less. So fuck him for that. That's all I can say to this whole issue. I really get where people are coming from in terms of their negativity towards it, and there are good reasons and debates to have there. But if people come to accept it more, yeah, just accept it. Just get it, people. Why are you so stupid and don't understand it? I think there are advantages too. And from a developer's perspective, it does let us do things that maybe we wouldn't otherwise. And that again sounds to me more like you're lazy. You can't structure the data on the cartridge to be loaded like correctly, fast enough. Because in my opinion, for a game like that, 400 megabyte is plenty. I don't know like how the whole game would load in general. I don't know that exactly. But 400 megabyte is like 80% of a regular SATA SSD. 80% of a regular SATA SSD. Pretty much. It's gonna be about 3 gigabit per second. That's pretty fast. You know, that's pretty fast. I would get it more if the game was super world open world, you know, and has to load constantly from and discharge from the memory on the console. I get that, but Final Fantasy remakes are not like that. They are not super open world. They're just not. Hamaguchi's comments echoes those of Ubisoft Rob Bantin, who serves as the audio architect for Ubisoft's Snowdrop engine, who explained earlier this month that storage speed was the reason the Switch 2 version of Star Wars Outlaws was released on a game keycard. And yes, we talked about that specifically here. And even then, I thought, like, you probably are just not as talented as you try to make it sound if you can't make your game load correctly from the card. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, guys? Is he trying to bullshit us and to put us in the mindset of, yeah, just accept what we're going to put in front of you. Just eat it. Just eat the dog shit. Just eat it. Who wouldn't get to play the game? How about the small Asian countries that need offline physical games? That was what I asked. How can it be beneficial for the players if they don't give you one more option than taking this option away? Doesn't make any fucking sense. But yeah, I'm a retard, so I guess I am not to be understanding it anyway, right? Neuralink, Starlink, and an IV, and you can play all week long. Funny that you say that. I can just recommend the movie Upgrade. Came out 2018, 19. Upgrade movie. I think it was 2019-ish, maybe much earlier. 18. Great movie, in my opinion. Has a good soundtrack. And it shows you, like, I guess more realistically what is coming up in the near future towards us. Like with Neuralink chips and all that shit. And in one scene, you see, like, in a hacker's base where people are for days and weeks just in their virtual reality, just playing whatever or having their life in virtual reality, and are like hooked up to fucking nutritions tubes and just piss in a bag, and the bag has to be replaced from somebody outside. But great movie. I just can wholeheartedly recommend this. I watch it once a year at least. Isn't Cyberpunk 2077 entirely on the card for Switch 2? Yeah, that's, if you would have listened to me, yes, that's what I said. That's the most famous case of it. There's another game, a robo fighting game, Demon X Machina or something it's called. In the UK, you can get the game on the card. The whole game is on the card, and it's selling. It's outselling the online store version, like 3/4 or something like that. 3/4 of that game is in the UK sold on physical data cards. It's a Japanese game overall, and in Japan, where they don't have the physical media, only game key cards and online purchases. It's the reverse thing happening. Like, people are not buying a lot of that game at all because it's not physical. It's only like a quarter on the game key card, and way less sells too, I think. It's just interesting to see that people actually might want physical stuff, like might actually want to really own their games. Shocker, I know. Big shocker there. Interesting. We'll add it to the list. And the Upgrade, yeah, you need to watch that movie. It's great. It shows you all the auto-driving, self-driving cars on the streets and how they can be manipulated, like dangers of the futures in hacking, in the hacking sense, right? Very great movie. Okay. I don't know. I didn't thought I would have a lot of company today, so I prepared actually to watch with you some trailers here. Are you up for it? You want to watch trailers with me, or are you gonna leave my ass and go to the Geeks and Gamers who are gonna talk like about the big issues? Probably again some Jimmy Kimmel crap, whatever. But I think we have some neat stuff here actually going on. Go for it. The Google Stadia should have been one of the red flags to the online shit. Not really, because Nvidia's online gaming streaming service so far quite successful. They are not pumping the price like to insanity. And Xbox, Microsoft is going to have in the future on all their devices, on all the devices who can run Xbox app, the Xbox app. You're going to have streaming there too, with your whole library. And Amazon has also its Luna platform. So far, it seems to be successful. I don't know. I think just Google did the bullshit. G&G will talk about crappy fast food. Probably. McDonald's. Why, man? As part of this year's Tokyo's game show, Microsoft streamed an Xbox broadcast feature featuring a load of new games to Xbox consoles in the near future. Xbox consoles don't traditionally sell well in Japan, but it's clear Microsoft is aiming to appease players in the country. That's why Forza is moving. Forza Motorsport 6 is playing in Japan. Is moving to Japan, and Call of Duty will feature maps inspired by the country. Oh yeah, because Japanese people love it when you destroy their stuff in the country. That's why you have some politicians. That was half a year ago, before Assassin's Creed I Can't Breathe edition was published. They were pissed. They were pretty pissed, like how they defile our fucking cultural stuff, like our temples and stuff like that. They're not very pleased when Western countries piss on their land. They don't like that. First look at Gungrave Gore Blood Heat, a remake of the 2002 PS2 game. Never played it, unfortunately. Today we got a first look on the Gungrave Gore Blood Heat, a third-person action shooter with extravagant gore. It's been built in Unreal Engine 5 for improved visuals and will be released on Xbox Series X, S, as well as PS5 and Steam. And it probably will run great Unreal Engine. If you don't tweak that engine, it's not gonna please a lot of people, just saying. Do you remember when the Stadia was? They made you think you would own something. It was streaming games, meaning you never owned shit and needed a good ISP connection. They discontinued it like 3 years ago completely, like the whole Stadia stuff. But they tried to establish this in combination with actually Google Fiber. Because in some cities in the US, you can get Google Fiber and it's pretty affordable, right? Google Fiber is pretty affordable if it's available in your area, in your city. And they try to combine those two things, those two products. Google Fiber is still a thing. It's still affordable if it's available, but the Stadia didn't take off because they thought like everybody's going to have fiber, and connecting their own server to each other in the cities and all that didn't play well for everybody. So Nvidia is doing so far a better job. That's all I can say. So let's check out the Gungrave here. And you can tell me, have you ever played this or the original on PS2? I mean, I remember like the box arts kind of. Gadia. Full rebuild. So we see a lot of destruction. Pillars can be shut down, pulverized. Fast pace action. In combination with such music, it reminds me a lot of Devil May Cry. Kind of stylish overall, right? Oh, look! Blue monster! Ultra Smurf! So I don't know what the story is about, but just action-wise, you will live today, tomorrow, and forever after. Harakiri. Mushi mushi. Something like that. I mean, it looks good. It's probably not a good idea you do it in Unreal Engine 5, especially if you're not tweaking it. Again, might run like really bad. Who knows? We had told them you are not going to own anything. Yeah, but that's the same. I talked about it yesterday, Mighty Megatron. All the games you have on Steam, you don't own them either. So there you go. Steam, if Steam just goes bankrupt tomorrow, all your library is in jeopardy. All your library. Can happen. Can happen. Now we're gonna watch the newest First Light trailer. And I was okay with what we saw so far of this new James Bond game. Unfortunately, they lost interest in me about this game. I'm not gonna talk about it. We're just gonna watch, and you're gonna tell me.
I'm not loving the odds.
So the action, all that still is probably fine, nice.
What are we waiting for?
The camera work I like. It's very movie-like,
Okay, nice.
for sure.
Always.
On YouTube, I for sure will get a copyright hit because what comes next? That kind of says to me like, why? And many people are gonna be pissed about that.
Sorry for the mess, Bond.
Just because,
Wasn't
man.
expecting you quite so soon.
You see, it's the Q branch here.
Just need one more.
Q, James Bond. You know the guy, the Q was
Come on, you.
Alt Q. Makes your inventions.
There.
Your shoes with mini dildos or whatever.
Now operational. Any questions?
So we got gender swap and of course race swap. And I hate her face. I think she played some Eternal in Marvel's Eternals. One of those bitches. Not entirely sure because I never saw the movie. So yeah. Why? IO Interactive. Why? Why you needed to we had already like those Indians and the lady, his boss is a black female. I don't care for that really. I think that was inclusion enough. This Q might be even gay. Who the fuck knows at this point? But yeah, I think you just destroyed kind of a lot of your reputation right there. It feels like you're trying to do DEI too much again. Why, man? Why? If you haven't seen the Terminator Zero, it's an anime. Check it out. I've seen it on release date because Terminator Zero was actually released on the date when the Judgment Day was told in Terminator 1 and 2, right? Was very, very unique anime for sure. You can check it out. All your base all belong to us. Looks like a giant graphics card, a huge lugging around. The anime was kind of bad. He's a revived corpse. What? Who? James Bond or? I'm not sorry. This looks like it was a modern day siphon filter. Would be. I think siphon filter will also have some kind of remaster or remake in 26. Not sure, but yes, I don't know about this Q. Q was a dude. In my mind, in my memory, yes, Q should be a fucking dude. Always. This old white dude who is smart, who is like elegant in some way, but still like creative and childlike when he shows the inventions to James Bond, right? But now you got this Asian, look, have you any questions? Please have questions. Fuck off, cunt. This just wants me not to play the game at all anymore. I was like, okay so far, but this time, fucking hell, man. All this chick again. I guess Zendaya was busy. Ah, the Pedro Pascal of females. If Zendaya is a female, I'm also not super sure about that. I'm just saying. And they made her Asian. Well, of course, being that MI6 is British, I'm surprised Q wasn't made to wear a hijab. I mean, the assistant of the boss lady is also kind of brownish, blackish, right? That's what I said about the Indian chick. And she has the hairstyle of a lesbian. I think Ever Eden said that when she saw that first time. Lesbian haircut. I try like to blend this crap all out, but if you put too much of that shit into a game, even I can't just overlook it. The game might have just died for many people. Q and Bond interacting was hilarious. Q had great one-liners too. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, but you're gay. You're extra gay, Haste. Do I need to show everybody your body pillow picture you sent me? No, you don't want that. Now, this one I just found like cutesy. No idea what it is about, but I think Nintendo is not gonna be very happy with this one either. But on the other hand, we all don't know what really is happening here. We see a lot of animals with fur, bugs, not so many birds itself. I think a lot of furry people are gonna love this one. Look at this badass wolf. All the furries are jerking off right now. It just looks nice visually, like interesting. A lot of colors, probably a good kids game. Keep them occupied. I don't know, man. You might get a copyright infringement here again. Not only by Nintendo, if they are seeing this. That reminds me a lot of the cat from Toy Animation. I'm just saying. Maybe it's like a Japanese culture thing here, that the cat with a hat and this coat. But it's very famous in Toy Animation animes at the beginning. You see the cat splash. Animo. Pre-register now. And here you have it, like very prominent. Mighty Megatron, Microsoft's new globally upcoming Xbox Cloud. They gender swapped probably here. Ash Ketchum, a female, also baseball cap, just more pinkish. I wouldn't be against if Microsoft and Nintendo go on each other's throat. Only players will win. That's the thing. Visually, it looks fine, but I have no idea what it is about really. Obviously, some kind of monster fighting going on. Tobias definitely will be jerking off. Oh, you mean Tobias Nexus from Geeks and Gamers? His noodle is bloody, man. That's how much he jerks off on that shit. I never checked out Monster Hunter, really. I have 2 major games on Steam. I love the fighting against the monster. I absolutely hate when you're in the camp preparing, making food. I hate it. I hate it. That's what driven me off the game. But this one, Monster Hunter Story Series, looks nice. Are you having it higher resolution? Very good made cell shading, in my opinion. The 3D stuff, it's all 3D, but very nice cell shading.
I know it's the last thing you want, but a ruler as kind as you would ensure peace for a generation, maybe even longer.
It's a round-based
I can't believe they'd bring it here.
RPG. Monster Hunter Stories 3. The story of Ryder and Rathalos begins here. So Capcom will make probably quite some money with this one, with those 2 ones. I dig the art style. It's simple, but still looks fine. Cartoonish anime. Seems to have a nice story behind it. Protecting some kind of dragon's monstrous egg. Big battles at the end. Good old, I would say, Japanese RPG music. Seems to have a lot of content. 3 stories here. 3, 2, and 1. Might be something good. I was kind of intrigued. Especially because it's round-based. Might be more for me than the other stuff. You go into the camp and prepare that shit. I just don't like that. I like a lot of fighting, but yeah. So what is Monster Hunter? Is it like a Pokemon type of thing? For what I played, and which one I played actually most? Monster. I think I played World. Not entirely sure. I uninstalled everything. I have Hunter Monster Rise and World. And you're just gonna fight monsters and get materials and stuff from them, at least in those games I played, and get better weapons out of it and fight bigger monsters. And I don't know if you can capture those, but oh, Dragon Quest Remake. Oh, you didn't saw that? I mean, unfortunately, it's a kind of a behind the scene and telling about it. It's not a trailer, unfortunately. Too long. I didn't pick that out. I picked this one out next. Romance Saga 2, Revenge of the Seven out of now. Now you can go get it right meow. Let me make it high resolution. Fantasy, violence, gore. This again intrigued me because of the art style.
I will devote my life to the good of Avalon.
And
so that the
feels a little bit they
Imperial
try to
warriors
do
will
something
one day be
more
fulfilled.
epic. And also round base. So
Here's an idea. Another one in the books.
Everyone, form ranks.
I think we have a good year for people who like JRPG.
Your luck's run out.
The Wrathhound shall soon befall Kamru. The Wrathhound can be stopped. Now go and
Story-wise, no idea.
Very well.
The only thing I didn't like in this one was that you can do tactics.
And our legacy.
I don't like to think about doing tactics.
too slow.
Away.
I am more the type of players who just try to level up the weapons, the character itself, and figure out which character is best for me and stuff like that. But overall, I think that looks good. Don't know about the title, Romancing Saga 2, so is it gonna be a little bit gay at some parts? Who knows? Given it's Japanese stories are always a little bit gay. Yet another dark fantasy game is on the way. Project Evil Bane won't be out until 2027. So we're gonna have to wait for this one quite a while, but again, it looks kind of interesting. Like just visually, high quality, I would say. But it's not real gameplay, it's just pre-rendered
Wearing the faces of men.
cinematic here.
Abominations.
It's multiplayer,
Be
this one.
eradicated.
I don't know about the other two I just showed you. This one is multiplayer.
With the power granted to us, we'll avenge our cause.
Might be a nice party game
Reclaim
just
the
to
kingdom.
meet up once a day at evening after work for some people. Having some kind of healer, sorcerer, paladin-like, just warrior-like. Looks just really nice, like gameplay-wise it might be very, very fun. The movement is nice.
We'll hold the line until you foul creatures are raised.
Oh no, they copied Oblivion Gates! How dare you? Bethesda's gonna sue you. Evil Bane. Looks like Microsoft actually put a lot of decent stuff together for this showcase, you know. We had also the State of Play by Sony just recently. The main attraction was there Wolverine. The main attraction was Wolverine, but many people are gonna shit over Wolverine because of Mystique looking has a strange jawline, and I don't know if Insomniac, who is the developer of Wolverine, who also made the Spider-Man games, the last 3 ones, Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, and Miles Morales. Hard to say if it's gonna have this female being more a male, but Mystique is a female for sure. Maybe people are going a little bit too much over it. Too many thoughts. Maybe it needs that though, because I might remind everybody, if you remember when CD Projekt Red released their first trailer of Witcher 4 with Ciri as the main protagonist, she was not looking very female. She didn't look like it was Ciri. She was still looking female enough, but it didn't look like as pretty as we all know Ciri from the Witcher 3, right? And they changed it because people just bitched about it all the time. So bitching sometimes helps. Maybe that's what Insomniac needs to bitch over Mystique's appearance to make her look more pretty, more female. Winter Burrow out in November. That's just a wholesome looking game, I think. Speaking of wholesome, why you go to 720p all the fucking time? What's wrong with you? Romance Saga is an older series. Yeah, that was this second one. Some add-on, new story, remake. I don't know. Never played it. But which one do you want MM to buy for you to play? Mighty Megatron is not giving me shit. He once gave me $5, maybe $10 in total. Mighty Megatron doesn't give me shit. Link down below, by the way, for everybody who wants to donate anything. There are many possibilities to donate to me. Even even a Steam wishlist.
You're back in the forest.
That just looked like a wholesome survival game with cartoonish style, and you're a mouse
Strong.
trying to survive the
The
winter.
wild can wear you through and through.
Kind of an interesting.
Heal your soul with mushrooms.
The music tries to make it like super epic.
Cold will bite and find a crack. So knit your warmth.
Look, if this game is gonna be like 15,
The
$20
bugs
bucks,
Don't rest. They
gonna
hunt
sell.
and chase. Stand tall and meet them face to face.
upgrade your
Harsh,
hatchet,
but
upgrade your
A friend
your
made
hammer.
a path unknown.
Go to the big frog guy who
It's true.
the
Brave
smith.
and bright. This burrow's yours. Hold
The art style is for sure unique, right? Kind of like late 80s cartoon style, but quality cartoon stylish. Maybe mid 80s. If you are into survival and building stuff, and if the game is not going to cost you like a fortune, if it's above $30, you're going to have a tough time though. That's for sure. I've got to see which Dragon Warrior they are remaking. If the initial 1 and 2, definitely getting those. I only got to play the ones on SNES, which were 5 and 6. The Bitcher. Dang, do better. I like the art style. This is reminds me of Don't Starve. Yeah, Don't Starve has sort of similar art style, just side-scrollerish, right? Yes, I agree. I never played an Age of Mythology title, but if you're into RTS and you love Japan and you love high resolution shit, Switch.
Our universe
You're probably gonna like
held
this one.
together by magic.
Age of Mythology, retold,
Comes
Heavenly
from the
Spear.
gods themselves. All across the world,
Looks-
it takes the form
looks neat.
of powerful weapons and artifacts. When used for good, these
And we don't have a lot of RTS in general. It's not a trendy thing.
By my side.
Lord Harumoto, I must decline your
Lord
request to
Harumoto.
turn my daughter into a soldier.
I need to find out why this weapon chose me.
12th mission campaign.
But when the power corrupts the mind of the wielder,
Having kind of bigger armies
the
fighting each
world
other in this
shakes its
RTS.
foundations.
You did not think you could capture me that easily, did you?
Oh, a Tanuki!
If you want something done properly,
I think those are
you'll
called
have to do
Tanukis.
it yourself.
Oh, Spider Lady.
My father alone! I don't
Fuck your mom.
know how I did that. I must go west to rescue
Will there be
my father
Jewwood in the
from
game?
crypt.
I think I saw Jewwoods. Yeah, there. The Jew trees.
Shinobi!
I think everybody who already played maybe an Age of Mythology and who likes RTS games.
You and that spear.
This one seems to be like right in your alley. visually very pleasing. Seems to have a decent story for what you get in the trailer. Coming out, not even a week. Not even a week. 5 days. 5-6 days. So there you go. I will be. Yes, there will be Jewwood. I saw some trees. I pretty much only play RTS on my computer. I'm always down for a new good RTS. There you go. There you have it. Yeah, those were the titles I just picked to check out with you guys. In the link down below on Eurogamer, you have the whole showcase, which is about 1 hour and 5 minutes long or something like that. If you have nothing to do, I guess you're gonna have a good time checking out new games. I think Microsoft did a good job here, like compiling some decent looking games overall. I'm not too angry what they compiled here, really. Beside the First Light, what we saw with James Bond, that pissed me kind of off. I was looking forward to that game. Now I'm for sure not going to buy it on release date at all. For sure. 100%. Not. I might download it through my channels I have, you know. There's not a big copy protection on this title. But yeah, that kind of this DEI insertion crap. Making everything gay and female, and he's like surrounded by females. His boss is a brown lady. The assistant is a brown chick. The contact person is the black dude from Walking Dead. The famous who had his spin-off show, I think, is contact person more or less. And now you see like this Asian chick is Q. I don't know what they are thinking really, but probably you went a little bit too far, IO Interactive, with making the game too much DI. Ahoy, Clicky Joins! Thank you for the following. Did it pop off the following on screen? Anyhow. Yeah, that's for the show today. It went longer than anticipated, but I'm glad that chat was there. I would go hours and hours if we have like materials to talk about and to bitch around together. But yeah. Was there any game you were like super interested? I'm kind of interested a lot into Monster Hunter Stories. This JRPG Monster Hunter version, a round-based version. Kind of looked neat. I think the story behind it is probably also. Oh shit, we have one title we haven't looked into. Let's go back quickly. It's gonna be nostalgia bait for you guys. It's gonna be a Double Dragon Revive. It's called. It's gonna be a nice party game, or at least co-op game for you. I don't know how many people really can play it. Maybe we're gonna see it again. Take control of 4 characters and fight off oncoming enemies. Jimmy! Oh yeah, we know all Jimmy. Extra mode! Plenty of content beyond the story mode. I'm not sure if people are super into that stuff. Like those mini games. I assume it didn't cost them too much just to put some more mini games into this game. Mission clear. You can unlock other characters or play against them. Play to reveal character stories. Nah. Of course, DI, DD. I don't think it's a lot of DI in this one though. It's the original characters. Maybe a little bit more gayish designed. But I think it's not too much DEI. They just included a woman and a third dude to select from on the main roster there. Probably everybody who loved Double Dragon, and if the game is gonna be not above $40, it's probably gonna sell. Who knows? I'm not gonna buy it, but I thought I should have shown it to you. Anyhow, Wicked. I mean, hey, we all regulate every shade like a big pun said. Big pun? Who the fuck is Big Pun? Just don't like them all in all my damn spaces. Wicked. Jimmy Didi was just Jimmy and Billy. What the fuck now? Yeah, but how many double dragons did we got? Like main double dragons? I think it went up to 4, like in the main series. This is just make some money with nostalgia, probably mainly. People might love it. People might love it. People might dig it, those mini games. Who knows? Who knows? As long as they keep like the original characters, maybe like the original storyline-ish, might have some success. DD wants Street of Rage. I leave the additional DI shit to the Street of Rage. Even Street of Rage wasn't that. I mean, the original arcade stuff. Yeah, I spoke too soon. I spoke too soon. Well, Swissy doesn't know Big Pun. I mean, I know what a pun is, but what you mean with Big Pun is that content creator? Is that a guy? I don't care. I don't give a shit. I give a shit about you giving me money, Mighty Megger. Go down in the video description is the link for donation. There's the wish list for Steam, or the wish list actually for Amazon stuff, like hardware stuff. But other than that, the chat today was great, by the way. I enjoyed every single minute with you guys. Why wouldn't it be like every day like that? That would be more interesting, wouldn't it? But I can't have everything. I hope you have a great rest of your day, though. My name is Ike. This is Switzerland Play It with TAGN, the Angry Game News, every day 10 a.m. Eastern on this channel. Mainly, of course, on Rumble, but also on YouTube, on Kick and Twitch. Doesn't kick off, though, on the other platforms at all, but it is what it is. Have a great rest of your day, wherever that might be, morning, evening, night. Enjoy it. Take care. Bye-bye.